Happy day, everybody. I hope everyone is having a really super great day. Today is actually a little bit of the weather here is a little bit nippy and a lot of wind. Huge stormy wind. Crazy. But they always say source won't give you more than you can handle. So I wonder if that includes Mother Nature. You think? Maybe, maybe not. But I think so. So knowing that we're having a day, we're kind of my area, and we were kind of shut in because not just that we are starting to open up our country, which is fantastic, but one thing I want to talk about today is source, God. And I'm not going to push religion on you. I'm just going to give you some facts here and just do a little bit of recapping. And just to let you know, the country is open partially. It's going in phases from what I've been told. I've been told that we're opening in phases, which is a lot of like medical procedures, dentists, and pharmacies, places like that are opening. I'm not sure about restaurants opening all the way. And I think they're still doing the distancing, whatever they choose to do with that. Bottom line is it's a flu, and it's a bad flu that we are not used to because our immune system is not in tune with this flu. So, one thing I know for positive is source never gives you God, never gives you what you can't handle. Source gives you, I'm writing this in here in the box, what you ah hold on, guys. Oh my gosh, you I've been having a spelling thing lately. It's just crazy. Sometimes I think I need to go back to primary to get my spelling in tune. There we go. Source gives you what you can handle, always and forever. Sometimes you think you can't handle something. Sometimes you think that you would handle it better if there was different circumstances or whatever the reason could be. You will know that there's different things that come in your life. There's different people that come in a season because people will come in a season, which I mean is they will come in and out of your life for different reasons. And a lot of times it's just for a growing lesson, or maybe it's to show you something, or maybe it's just to give you a helping hand. But people come in and out of our lives in seasons. And that's a given, and that is definitely a way you can track some things. If you know someone or you've met someone and you had a connection with that person, but it was only brief, it wasn't a really like, oh, you're my bestie or anything like that. It was a season. So, excuse me. One thing is don't follow anyone else. As you're going through and you're knowing that, we're in this shutdown and we're starting to open up, but what have you got done in the past 2 months? What have you done in the last 2 months that have changed your life, that have put you on a new path and a new road? And that's part of your self discipline. So, but never follow anyone else. You can mirror what is other people are doing in the marketplace. You can mirror different techniques. You can mirror different strategies, but don't actually try to become that person that's doing what you think you want to do. First of all, it takes self discipline. If you do not have the self discipline inside you that you're willing to grow and to be and to have, then you're not going to have the success that the person is that you're wanting to follow. Get my drift? So, if you don't have the self discipline and freedom, because freedom and self discipline, they come together, just like peanut butter and jelly. When you have self discipline, where you are disciplined to get up in the morning, to do your routine, whatever your routine might be. Like for me, mine is I meditate, I do my inspiration, I do my affirmations, I do my meditation, my little exercise thing, and I do my system, I do my routine every single morning. That is discipline. I work my business every single day, every single day. And it's not so much as feeling like a job as it is a calling. When you know you're doing what you're supposed to do, you're going to take the strides and you're going to take the struggles that you're going to have them along the way to be, do, have, to grow what you're wanting to create, to grow what you're building. So, but your discipline actions and everyday actions is an energy that you put forward. And when you put that energy forward, boom, yeah, you're going to see things start happening for you and things are going to start unfolding because they're meant to, because you are in vibration to what you want. So we all know the world is changing. One thing I want to ask you is, can you feel the vibrations of the earth lately? It's been happening for years now. In the past, I want to say since 2008. Yeah, about 2008, I want to say. It's been getting more and more and more. And I say this because I was sitting there the other day and I was working, I was doing a video and it wasn't an earthquake. You can tell the difference between an earthquake and the earth's vibration. And it was just a subtle vibration I was feeling when I was cutting my video and doing my editing. And I noticed that the vibration was a little more intense than normal. It's happened because our earth is changing. Our earth is splitting, as you've probably heard. Anyone who's listening to my friend, Dr. Joe Dispenza, he's a scientist. And then we have Greg Braden, fantastic. You got to listen to these guys if you are not already following them. So, but knowing that the earth is changing, it's a place and it's a time for us to change also. So, we know that this is a flu virus. We know that the hype on the internet and on the news is all a hype. It's not a conspiracy. It's nothing like that. It is actually a COVID flu virus. And I don't want to get into too much of that on this episode, but we'll just say that prior to this 19, there were 18 other COVIDs: the Asian flu, the bird flu, the pig flu, the swine flu. All these other flus were COVIDs. So be prepared. So when you're doing that and you're looking at the things that are happening around you, maybe you're looking at, well, I'm so don't know what to do. I can't leave my house. What am I going to do? And I'm talking to a lot of you out there who are, well, I have to change my life. I have to do that. And a lot of the people I hear, and I hear you. Don't think I don't. I hear you. You're saying, now what do I do that this is happening? A lot of businesses will not reopen. A lot of businesses that are shut down will not reopen. That is a given. It is because the world needed to be flushed. The world needed to clear out a bunch of hoopla, a bunch of garbage. And this is predicted, actually, it was prophesied back in the 80s. And when she prophesied this, everyone in the communities laughed and they said, oh, you don't know what you're doing. You're talking about 2020. That's a long ways away. That's not going to happen. And she prophesied this event happening of this virus, this flu virus being released. And when she did, she said, it is a time of rebirth for the earth. It's a time of rebirth for man. It is a time of growing and changing and getting back to where we need to be. See, we've been out of whack. Our country, our world has been out of whack for quite some time. And no, I'm not polar bears. Yeah, exactly. That is a good point. Thank you. It's it is a really a cycle. And every so many thousands of years, the earth re-terraforms herself. The earth is always going to be here. The earth is always here. It's just going to regrow and rebuild and be. So as you're going through your life and as you're going through your time, you know, it's a time for new growth. And I've talked to a lot of people here in the past few weeks who are seeing the growth that's happening around them in what they're doing. And I also know a lot of people are not going back to the jobs that they had back then, back before this virus. Well, thank you. Um, they're not going back to that. So, what are they going to do? And what are people going to strive to do to be? Because this new set of rules that the world has created, and I don't just mean the earth, I mean the whole economy, the whole society. Do you realize that in order for this to have happened the way it did, it had to have divine intervention to make this happen? How else can you shut down a whole world without flooding it or destroying it? How do you shut down a world unless there's divine intervention? Right? Come on, guys. You know it's true. So, where's your philosophy? When you look at your philosophy in life and you look at what you're doing and you look at what you have and you look at your dreams, if you're not living your dreams, if you're not fully living your dreams and what you want, what are you doing? It's a fact. What are you doing? So, I do have notes. I want to make sure I didn't forget anything for you today because I've been so busy and trying to get all this stuff down. So, when you stand up and learn the skills you need, when you stand up and learn what you need to do to take hold of your life yourself, take care of yourself, your family, to do what you have to do. And don't depend on the government to give you a government handout. Don't do that. Because you know what? That money is paid back by taxpayers. And if they're giving all the money away, who's going to pay the bill? Yeah, I already see it happening, but that's another story and that's another broadcast. So we'll save that one for later, okay? So look at the philosophy of life and what you believe and what you're doing. That is a big play right there, is your philosophy and what you're doing. Because my philosophy could be totally different than what you're doing. My philosophy could be totally on the other hemisphere than what you have. And that's okay. That is fine. Because I have a philosophy of self-discipline. I have a philosophy of always moving forward. I have a philosophy of building my business. Not just my business, but the more I build, the more people I help. The more people I help, the more videos I put out, the more PDFs I put out, the more trainings, the more courses. Let me see. Hold on. Let me read the chat. Pay the bill. We always do. That is true. The people pay the bill. Very, very true. That is a good comment. Thank you. And grow, learn, be, do, have. It is the way it is. It's always the framework of the world. Be, do, have. Be who you need to be. Do what you need to do and have what you need to have. It is a philosophy. It is a standard that has been around since the dawn of time. It's been here forever. Forever. Can you believe that? It's been forever. But look at what you're doing. Look at the skills. Are you really learning the skills you need to work in the online business world? Are you learning the skills you need to have a business, to grow a business? Are you asking for the help you need to grow your business? It's all there. If you're not going to go back to the job, but maybe your job's not there anymore. Maybe you're in one of the places that are not going to reopen. We don't know exactly what businesses are going to reopen, which ones are not. So I believe in not looking for doom or doubt or anything like that. I believe in always looking for the positive and the reinforcing way to the next step. I always know there is a next step, and I always know that it is going to take me and launch me to the next level. I always believe that, and I always know that. And it's a fact. It is a fact that when you have self discipline, when you are in tune, in vibration with what it is you want, the source of creation, which is our God, which who we call God is actually the source of creation, will give you what you're ready for. So be ready. If you're wanting to do your business, if you're wanting to grow, if you're wanting to expand, Be ready. If you're not ready, you can sit on that sofa all you want and vegetate. And you know what? You're not going to go anywhere. It's not going to fall out of the sky. It's not going to pop up like a plant and grow wings. It's not going to do anything. It's going to sit there with you, not coming to fruition. And I know a lot of people out there have been complaining about all this different things, this and that, and everything that's happening. And there's so much going on that aren't. And one thing I had, and I'm going to share this little tidbit with you here real quickly before we move on, is people are saying that the hairdressers should have stayed open. They should have stayed open to cut the hair. And that's a lot of people saying they have to cut their own hair. So it's true. It's true. But what did they do back in the day? They cut each other's hair if there wasn't a barber or a hairdresser or someone like that. They cut their own hair. And I have to say, I did cut my own hair. It was getting a little bit, I have layers, I have layers everywhere in my hair. And I was thinking it was getting a little heavy because I usually trim it up when it gets a little bit too heavy and too long. I accidentally cut like 6 inches off of this beautiful locks here. Yeah, I got carried away with myself and got the scissors. So, but you know what? It all grows back. It grows back just like anything you're doing, anything you're creating. If it doesn't work, if it fails, it means you're going to go to the next step. It means you're going to grow. You're going to keep growing, just like anything else in your life. You're going to keep growing and you're going to keep prospering any way you want to do. Okay? That was just a quick little tidbit because I've had so many people calling me and saying, I need to get a haircut. I need to get a haircut. Well, you know what? If it all fails, you can cut your own hair. It may not look the best, but you know what? It grows back. Yeah, it does. It grows back. Okay, y'all. I am so pleased that you've joined me here today. And thank you so much for your comments over there, Letha. I appreciate talking to you. Okay, guys, I will talk to you later and have a super blessed day. And again, self-discipline and focus on what you want, what you need, and what you want to have is the only way to get it. Okay? I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you so much. I love you and bless you so much. Okay, bye-bye.